In this lesson, we'll show you how to use sectioning. Sectioning in Navisworks is similar to creating sections in other programs, like Revit. It lets you basically take a slice out of your model so you can have a viewpoint. That looks inside your actual design. In order to activate sectioning, go to the Viewpoint tab. Under the Sectioning panel, you'll see a single icon called Enable Sectioning. If you click on that, you will be able to incorporate sections into your viewpoints. When you enable sectioning, a new series of options will appear in the ribbon. One of these is Mode, which allows you to create sections either based on entire planes or out of boxes. When you're in Planes mode, the next panel over, Plane Settings, lets you determine what type of properties apply to your planes. You can choose different planes, and then you can assign different properties to them. So for instance, you can choose whether the planes align at the top, the bottom, front, back, left, or right, as well as where on the model the plane will align to. Either the surface of the model, or a line that you can draw. If you click the small arrow on the lower right-hand side of the Planes Settings panel, you'll open the Section Plane Setting window, which lets you work with all your different planes at once. Navisworks defaults to a top planar alignment, but you can change that as you need. We've already selected Move, so now if we select Top for our planar alignment, the Navisworks gizmo will appear, and as you move the gizmo, it will change the plane and accordingly what you can see of your model. In this case, moving it up will cause more of the model to appear. The gizmo actually makes using the planar settings very intuitive, so you can play around with it and get a feel for how the sectioning works in Navisworks. Note that if you have multiple sections running at the same time, both will apply. So if we turn on the bottom section, you'll notice that we can't go any higher than the visibility of the top section that we originally created allows us. Combining sections like this can be very effective for narrowing in on one particular part of your model, especially if it's somewhere in the middle. As we continue adding sections, it continues limiting our ability to see the model. So if we add the front section now, we can begin to shave slices off the front of our building, just like we did with the top and the bottom. The remaining section views are all very straightforward. They follow the same basic rules. Just remember that the order in which they appear is the order in which they will be applied, but only if you've clicked the checkbox next to the plane alignment. And you can always change the plane alignment from the default that appears next to their given number. So between being able to activate different sections according to the checkbox, and being able to change the order in which certain section alignments appear, you have a great deal of flexibility when it comes to creating sections in Navisworks. Let's try another alignment. We'll do Align to View. What this does is it creates your sectional plane in line with the camera view. So as you begin to move the plane forward or backward, it will move in line with the camera. In other words, the section plane runs perpendicular to the scene view at the time that you create the section. Be careful with this mode. As you can see, the sections that you can create aren't always the most effective, depending upon your camera angle. Now let's discuss the Align to Surface section mode. As the name suggests, this will create a sectional plane that lines up exactly with the surface that you select. In order to activate it, first choose the surface that you want to align the plane to. Choose Align to Surface, and then actually click on the face that you want the plane aligned to. This will create a sectional plane, just like you've seen before, but this time associated with the surface that you chose. This can be useful if there is a particular element in your model that you want to base your section off of. The final section mode is Align to Line. When you select this mode, you're able to draw a 2D line that you can then attach your sectioning plane to. This way, if there's no other option available to you that will accomplish the section that you need, you can still accomplish your goals. Remember, if you want to turn off sectioning, just click the Enable Sectioning button.